Smashbuddies, eat, drink,
Anal
podcast.
about buns.
Yes. I would wear that
Can you
shirt.
call the episode that? We were able to open the restaurant for the same cost, like roughly 50 grand, which is what we started the food truck with. The food truck, we were not planning on opening a restaurant last year. So how we ended up opening the restaurant is like, interesting. Our current landlord had been to our food truck. We have kind of like an 80s vibe. Our whole thought behind that is like we want something bright, neon that, people will notice.
Right.
And if you buy a black food truck or trailer and then you just get your logos printed, you save a lot of money and vinyl wrapping the whole thing. So everything was like, how can we spend the least amount of money? So we're like, we'll do neon logos on a black trailer and save some money. And that kind of just turned into our whole like branding. But he had been to our food truck before, liked the food, liked the 80s vibe. And he sent us a Instagram message he has like a clothing account where he sells like clothes online, but some random clothing account messages us and it's like, hey, I am opening a brewery. You guys interested in doing like a pop-up kitchen? It seems like spam or somehow we're getting ripped off in this. This was October. We opened the food truck in June, so it'd only been a few months.
Oh, geez.
And we were like, we're nowhere near ready. Like,
we
have no idea what we're doing still.
Right.
It took us a year to like really learn the food truck game. We were all over the place. And what happened was we were getting people messaging us constantly saying, find a location, open a restaurant. I'm sick of like following your schedule and trying to find your stupid truck, which is like, it's fair. Further out, I'm going to go find it. It's like, people want it to be convenient, or when they want it, they want to know where it's at and just go get it. But we walked in there and it's all historic buildings, like 1800s. Everything's historic, and there's few buildings you walk into where you're like, oh, this is awesome. There's not like very many restaurant spaces or bar spaces that have that like feeling, of like history. And we walked in and we were looking around and we're like, the kitchen's pretty much ready to go. The dining room's pretty much ready to go. We just had like booths, tables, and paint, and we could open. So we were able to open the restaurant for the same cost, like roughly 50 grand, which is what we started the food truck with. At the same time, we were looking at another location that was a brand new build out in Hilliard area. It would have cost us about $750,000.
Holy shit.
To open. And that, I mean, it's a brand new development. So we're looking at the cost of opening a restaurant there, which sure, you're going to have a ton of business. However, you're immediately in debt $750,000.
Right.
And you're going to have to hire like 40 employees.
Oh, wow.
To, sustain
to make the money.
To be able to handle the rush right out the gate, because that place still hasn't opened yet. But when it does, you familiar with Bridge Park down in Columbus? It's a happening spot where it's basically the bottom floor is all retail, bars, retails. The next floor up is all office space, and then it's all condos above that.
Oh, wow.
So it's something like 60 or 70 acres. It's a pretty good size downtown in Dublin area. But it's very happening where it's extremely expensive to be there, but you're guaranteed a lot of customers. Right. A lot of people go down there on the weekend.
So if you protect your margins right, you should do really well just in the first couple of years, just based off volume. So.
But with zero restaurant experience, zero bar experience, no fucking clue what you're doing, and $750,000 in the hole, it's like not really wise.
Right.
To just jump into that. So we were crunching the numbers. We were convinced, we're like, let's make this happen. This would be sick. And we're crunching the numbers. We'll die. Our families will suffer if we do this. So this guy hit us up and we were looking and we're like, we could actually open a restaurant for like 50 grand. And it's not a great location, but we can build it into a good location. And knowing the construction is about to open, the location was kind of something me and my business partner needed with zero experience. It gave us we just hit our 1 year, August 7th in the restaurant. And it gave us the 1 year of learning, how do you run a kitchen? How do you run a restaurant? We have 15 employees now. When we started, it was just him and I. So we're up to 15 employees, and we're in a 4,500 square foot spot with the restaurant, the full bar, and the kitchen. So